Under what circumstances do I have to acknowledge somebody that is attacking my character? Because after all, we live in an age where anybody can get up on social media and say anything about anything. Anybody can use their platform, whether small or large. We've seen it, to outright attack other people's character, question their level of integrity, so forth and so on. I mean, it has happened to me. And what I've come to find, even back then, and even more so now, uh, what is the benefit of acknowledging the accusations or the attacks on a character of someone? What is the benefits of it, of acknowledging that? What is the benefits of engaging that? Me personally, I look at it from a very narrow and clear perspective. Number one, uh, will these attacks affect my family unit? Okay, will it cause disruptions in my family unit? Pretty much nobody out there can attack me and cause disruptions in my family unit because of the way I deal and I handle my household. So number one, I don't have to worry about that. Number two, can someone attack me economically? Meaning, can they attack my pocket? And that is overwhelmingly the answer is no. Why? Because I'm self-employed, and the clientele that I have, which is old white couples, that's my primary clientele. That's my primary market. They're not on Facebook. They're not on YouTube. They don't roll in the social circles that uh, I roll. But overall, no one can attack me economically. They can't affect my pockets. So being that they can't affect my family and they cannot affect my pockets, more often than not, I will never respond to anybody because they can't have an impact in those areas. Um, can they defame your character? Can they um, uh, cause people to look at you in a certain manner or light? Sure, they can. Me, I'm the kind of individual that I'm very uh, sure of myself. I'm very confident in who I am as an individual. So that doesn't really matter to me much anyway, because in this day and age, your friends are few. I mean, your friends are very, very, very few, and we can see that even playing out that no matter how small or large your circle is, you're always going to have a very, 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 very few people that you can call your friend. And I tell you, man, and especially in times of adversity, you find out who your friends are. I say this to say that the only way in which people acknowledge or attacking foe um, is if they have some type of effect, if they can have some type of movement in their personal social circles. This is the only reason why people would acknowledge an attack coming from another. Um, uh, Me personally, I look at Muhammad Gandhi. What he says: first they ignore you, then they laugh at you, uh, then they fight you, then you win. And that is coming from the perspective of the attacker. Because so let's say somebody is attacking me. Okay, they're out on social media. They're attacking me. They're and I'm ignoring them. Right. So then I turn, right, and then I turn to acknowledge them, thereby feeding the fire. It's like you see that wood stove right there, right? The only reason why that wood stove may get hotter is if I put wood into the wood stove. If I don't put wood in the wood stove, it's gonna get mighty cold in here during the winter time. But if I wanna increase the heat and the longevity, I'm gonna put me some good old black walnut. I'm gonna put in there some red oak. I'm gonna put in there some hickory wood, and that thing is gonna go real hot. It's gonna get so hot in here that I may have to, in the nights that I sleep in the wintertime, I may have to crack the door. But if I don't feed the fire, if I don't feed the flames, and hey, there's nothing to respond to. Um, and then, and then if I go on and I keep on feeding the flames, then that means that I'm in a fight, right? Now it is the person that is being attacked because first, I'm ignoring them, right? And then they laughing, they're laughing. I'm laughing at them. Then I'm fighting them, and then guess who wins at the end? The person who initiated the attack. Why? Why does it say that? Why does it say first they ignore you, then they laugh at you, then they fight you, and then you win? Is because when they fighting you, what's happening is that you're giving them validity. You're giving them validity. When you acknowledge them and when you fight them and when you go back and forth with them, what happens is that you're giving them validity. Because if something is not valid, why would you acknowledge it? Right? If something has no impact on it, why would you laugh at them? Why would you mock them? If something has no validity, why would you fight them? Is this making sense? See, I'm not going to give uh, uh, heed or acknowledge anybody. I'm just saying me personally. It's very rare if you can attack my family, if you can cause disruption, if you can touch my pockets, let alone my livelihood, then that must be addressed. It must be dealt with. But in spite of that, if you can't do any of those things, say what you want, do what you want. I can really care less. I'm confident enough in my abilities to keep a tight ship in my family unit. I'm confident enough in my abilities to go out into the marketplace and offer my real skills to the clientele, and they give me cash money, or they pay me in cash, or by way of check. That nobody can't mess with that. Nobody can't touch that. They can't touch those main areas. When you got spiritual warfare and you got other stuff like that, you can return curses. But I'm just not talking about that. I'm just talking about these aspects of why is it that people should ignore, not fight, uh, because you flame the fire. And then at the end of the day, the person that wants you to respond, they win. They win all the time. They win by way of seeding doubt in the minds of the people. Uh, we got to avoid that, especially if the issue is not true, if it has no validity whatsoever. Um, but this is what I've come to find why people respond uh, to these things is because the attacking force uh, has some kind of leg in. They have some type of ability to affect some kind of negative change or sway the people. Um, you getting it? You getting it? Mm.